T Sports 84, aka Pete's Hole, back with another video. NBA 2K24 dropped the official patch. Today is October the 10th, 2023. We get player likeness updates, among other things. We got updated current day courts, a bunch of other stuff like general audio and commentary, things like that. Just different things as far as gameplay. I'm not going to cover the gameplay stuff because there's enough YouTubers that really are going to cover the in-depth gameplay fixes. But what I wanted to cover, as I always do, is all the roster stuff. What's up, Dopey Music? I want to cover all the roster stuff. So we want to dive into the player likeness updates. I'm actually going to do it a little different today. I'm going to go with the retro players first, and then kind of go from there. I think the easiest way, based on the list, is to jump into the all-time teams for a couple of the players, and the classic teams. So we're going to start there. I'm going to go in alphabetical order off of the patch list, and see what we got. We got LaMarcus Aldridge. We got an update for him. So there is LaMarcus Aldridge. Let's see. You got a better Aldridge face there. You got the different styles there with the headband. I'm going to go through the Kobe, or the LeBron era, rather, and see if he changed as well. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he have a younger face attached? We'll go over to, I don't understand why Chris Anderson got another update. He already had like 6 different looks to his face, but we'll see. Is it me, or does he look extra pale? Like it's almost like super pale there, but maybe. I guess. We do know that, with 2K, they don't always align with the patch notes, any kind of updates. It looks like, yeah, we got some new faces, or new renders. So my question is, and I always try to be like devil's advocate, right? Like why 2K may not be able to do something, because everybody's comment is always like, well, 2K's lazy, this and that. I don't understand why a guy like Chris Anderson, who already had multiple faces, why he needs another update to additional faces when we have players like Steven Jackson who haven't been touched since 2K11 or 2K12. Like, that's what I don't understand, but maybe I'm just a little bit different with stuff. So be it, I guess. Let's look at Jason Kidd. Did he actually get an update this time, or is it going to be the same Jason Kidd? Is it just me, or does it not look any different? Am I missing something here? Like with Jason Kidd? It looks like the same Jason Kidd to me. Am I missing something? I don't get it. I don't see anything different with him. It wouldn't surprise me because time and time again, 2K puts players on the list that have already been updated like months before, and or will never see an update. I'm going to skip because we got Gary Payton and Sean Kemp on the same list. So let's see. Let's look at Sean Kemp, or Gary Payton. Then I'll go to Sean Kemp. There's Gary Payton. I'm going to assume he has different looks. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got the young Gary Payton look. Okay. Now I like what they did there. Okay. I can get behind that, adding the hair for the earlier models. Let's look at Sean Kemp. Let's see. I wish they had it easier to kind of go through and you could swap the faces, but it's okay. There's Sean Kemp there. I guess looks better, but I wouldn't say it's a significant upgrade per se. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you could say I'm hating. Uh, you know, like I don't know. I guess. Let's look at Doc Rivers. That's why I went to the all-time teams because I knew he would be on the Hawks. Let's look at Doc Rivers. Okay. Like, I get cleaning up the faces, but I want to know. I really, really, really would love to have 2K put out a statement and say, this is why we pick X player to be updated. Because you can't tell me that when you look at Steven Jackson, there's countless other players that look like burn victims. No offense to anybody that's, been a burn victim or anything like that. Like, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but they just look really bad. But then you go in and, like, Doc Rivers really didn't need to be touched up that much. But it's almost like when they do minimal touch-ups, all it does is go into people's it matches people's perception that you do the bare minimum. Like, that's really all it does. Because they're going to say, okay, in a month or 6 weeks, however long it takes between patches, this is what you worked on. It doesn't really give faith to a lot of roster makers that want likeness updates for retro players to say so-and-so is going to be fixed correctly. It just doesn't. We got Anderson Varejao. Okay, like, that looks better, but, like, at the end of the day, was Anderson Varejao needed? Like, I just don't understand. Like, is it close your eyes and pin the tail on the donkey? Like, I don't understand, like, how they select these players. Like, let's look at Darko Milicic. Like, why would Darko, the most criticized player, like, I don't know. What's up, Razor? So I have no idea what some of the name. Yeah, beats the hell out of me. I mean, as much as you and I talk, like, I don't I don't think we, neither one of us gets it. I mean, okay, like, they look better. Like, that's great. Like the art looks better. Like, for it. As far as, like, for Darko, that's great. But, like, why would Darko Milicic need an update versus, someone like a Steven Jackson? I'm going to look at the Jason Kidd just to see. Maybe Jason Kidd needs a roster update to add him, because I know, obviously, with the guys on the current roster, they need a roster update to add the ID. So I get that. So it might be possible that I do a second video today for the guys that didn't get updated if they're not in there. I'm not sure. I haven't looked. But I just don't understand what the need is. Like, okay, there's Brian Russell. Like, okay, like, there's nothing with, like, Jason Kidd. Like you just said, Razor, nothing with Jason Kidd and nothing with Aldridge that I see that's different. Like, were these updates that were already done and they had renders for, and they just don't check with the art department? And at the end of the day, like, that's poor. Like, you're not doing your job. If you're not going to check between departments, like, why are you, like, what is the purpose? Because you're putting out a content of patch notes that those players don't even need to be updated. Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't make sense. Let's see. So it looks like all of them that I can get out of that one. I'll go back for the current players. I want to just knock out the retro players first. I'm going to go Kobe era. Let's look at DeMar Johnson. All right, DeMar Johnson's got an afro. Okay, now this I can get behind. You have multiple looks. Please tell me they left the other look. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, DeMar Johnson, now, granted, with the Hawks, he did play with the afro, so I get it. But when he went to the Knicks, he didn't. He had, it just doesn't make sense. You get something taken away. Like, that's great that they put the afro on. But at the end of the day, if you want to have them progress throughout, if you want to have them progress throughout the mode, you got to keep the cornrows as well. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, it's bad enough that the WNBA had to call you out and say that you don't do shit to the roster updates to even get anything in there. Adonis Creed. Right now, I've just finished my LeBron roster as far as adding players, so I still got to do like tendency stuff. I'm not even close to a Kobe era. I'm filling it in, but it's not going to be anywhere close. I can get you the players, like the missing players, accurately and stuff, but it's not going to have updated tendencies or anything. I'd rather wait to get the updated tendencies. Let's see. Who's the other one on the list? Kwame Brown. Let's see. Did they even do anything to Kwame Brown? Okay. So they got the multiple look Kwame Brown. And they added a little facial hair to Kwame Brown. Yeah, I mean, Kwame's okay. I mean, you're not really going to get it any better. I mean, that's good that they had the multiple looks. I don't mind that one. That's a quality update. That's more of the updates that they need to have throughout. Going to go to the LeBron area because that's where Jared Jack is. I think Jared Jack's the last one. I'm just looking at the list. Jack was on... Man, I can't... what team was Jared Jack on? Was he on Portland at this point? No. Man, I can't remember what team Jared Jack was on. Wasn't he in the... Was he on the Raptors? Yeah, Raptors. Okay. Thank you, Raptors. That's what I thought. It took me a minute because he's played for so many teams. Okay, like, to me, this is just a clarity update. But I'm looking at it. Is it just me and he's pale as well? Like, it's just more pale of a skin tone? Like, maybe that's just me? It's just more of a pale skin tone. I think. I guess. I mean, 2K, you do you, I guess, at this point. Let's dive into the modern era stuff. So, it looks like they updated Razor. It looks like Jack got updated, but it just made his face a little fatter and the face is paler, like the skin tone is paler. I did do Gary Payton. He has the multiple hairstyles. That one's fine. Like, I have no issue with that one. So, Ivan, what's going on, man? So let's go in order. We got Giannis. People bitched about Giannis having hair versus not having hair. Okay. So he has a fuller hair with a beard. Okay. Let's look at Cole Anthony, who they've updated. This will be the third Cole Anthony update. Let's see. His is going to be hair related, I'm sure. Yeah, so he's got different hair styles. So you can see those there. Okay. Emoni Bates is not going to be on the roster because 2K refuses to put any of the two-way guys on until they're guaranteed a guaranteed contract. Well, opening night, I should say. So we'll see what if he gets updated today. I doubt it. I wouldn't suspect him to get added in. Keita Bates-Diop. He's on the Suns. Okay, so they added tattoos. Updated the face a little bit. The hair. Or the hair, rather, not the face. Just the different hairstyles. Okay. That one's a good one. Anthony Black. When it says hair dynamic update, it means it's basically the same thing, just the hair moves. But I'll look at it anyway. Yeah. So all it is the hair moves, I guess. So as he's running down the court, his hair will kind of flow a little bit better. If you're into that kind of thing, that's great. But that's, to me, it's not really as, needed as much. So it is what it is. So let's see. Let's look at Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr., I guess, got multiple hairs updates. Still can't add, like, his goggles are automatic. Like, they come through on the, when you play the game. But in the menu, they're not, it's not showing up. Let's look at Jordan Clarkson. Man, I think Jordan Clarkson's got one of the most, like, updated renders. LaRoche guy, I already did the retro. You'll have to go back and watch it once the video is done if you want. I went through each of the retros, so you'll be able to check that out. I mean, I guess, you got all kinds of looks for Jordan Clarkson. Well, we still don't get Anthony Edwards. So be it. They're not going to have Darius Days, I would assume, updated unless he already had an ID attached, but I doubt it. See, no Darius Days. The only way to get Darius Days is through the roster update. Hopefully that'll come later this morning. We'll see. Let's look at his teammates in Cam Whitmore. His is hair dynamic update. So basically that just means his hair moves as he's running. That's exciting, to be honest. Just looking to make sure I didn't miss anybody else on his team. I thought there was one more. Yes, Tari Eason. Let's look at Tari Eason. Tari Eason just has, like, different looks to his player. I mean, that's okay, I guess. Lu Dort. I'd rather them update Vasily Micic than see, like, these hair updates, but that's just me. But it is what it is. Just the hair dynamic updates. So basically the hair changes and it'll move as he runs. Another Aaron Gordon. I mean, here we go with another Eric Gordon. He gets the facial hair update. That's wonderful there. Missed one on the Magic. And Gary Harris. Okay. Looking at Gary Harris, he has different styles of hair. That's good. Sort through the WNBA stuff. Jett Howard has hair dynamic updates. I mean, it is what it is at this point. If you like the hair updates, then it probably looks good. Let's look at Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe got new hair. So they have multiple updates for him. So that's good. I know a lot of people had asked that in forums and stuff like that to get him updated. Looking at Cameron Johnson. Wendell Carter's goggles, you can get them when you start the game. So, even though they don't show up, it's like Miles Turner. Even though his glasses don't, not Miles Turner, Jalen Smith. Even though Jalen Smith of the Pacers' glasses don't show in the menu, they show up in the game when it starts. It's weird. What was I doing? Cameron Johnson. Okay. Okay. I don't really notice a difference. Anybody notice any difference with Cameron Johnson? Maybe that looks a little better. Like it cleaned the face up and stuff. Okay, I can see it. I see it. Okay. Keldon Johnson. I mean, yeah, the cleaner face. Yeah, I noticed it once I went into the SIG to clear a face. Keldon Johnson. Let's see. Let's get Keldon Johnson. So Keldon Johnson has the different hair. Looks like the face is a little cleaner as well. Keon Johnson. And they're really going for the guys that don't play, right? Like Keon Johnson, he's barely played. Multiple looks for him, as you can see. Those I don't mind if you had the multiple looks. I'm not so much a fan of the hair dynamics. Let's look at Zach LaVine, his tattoo update. Hopefully it's a tattoo that I can find. I don't even know where his tattoo would be. I don't know where his tattoo would be, actually. So good luck on that one. Let's go to the next one. Isaiah Livers. It sucks he's going to be out, too. Like, Isaiah Livers is going to be out for, like, 6 weeks. Looks like they brightened up his face and touched up his hair with tattoos as well. So that's good. We got Kevin Love. I don't really. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Hey, they got the young Kevin Love there from the Minnesota days. I'll take that. That's a win. Like, I like that. I'll take that. That's those updates right there are worth it. When you get the younger Kevin Love to go with the Era's roster, like that one looks great. Like that's the highlight. That's what I'm going to go with the thumbnail and get that Kevin Love. That's going to be my thumbnail for the video. Actually, you know what? Since I'm already here, we're going to do that real quick. Where do I go? Let's see. Get him when he's not blinking. All right, got it. Let's see. Lauri Markkanen. Let's see what he looks like. Did they get his short hair? I'm wondering. I mean, they went with a shorter hair, so that's good. Yeah, I agree with the Gordon Hayward. Long hair, young face. Let's go over to Naji Marshall. Got Naji Marshall with the face update or the hair update. Bennedict Mathurin. Mathurin, somebody I think is going to really break out this year and really show out. He's got the different hairstyle, as you can see. He didn't need an updated face because he already had a face scan. So Leonard Miller, his is just the hair update. And basically all that is like I said, the hair moves. See? You can see it kind of jiggling as I go. Patty Mills, Same thing for the Hawks. Patty Mills gets a dynamic hair update. So his hair will move, essentially. Then we go into Jordan Poole gets a tattoo update. They really got to fix these positions. I'm hoping they come very soon. Jordan Poole got the tattoo update. I'm not quite sure where his tattoo is, so I'm not up on player tattoos. Let's see if we can get... yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, nothing on his ankles or anything. I don't know where his tattoo is, unless it's like a chest tattoo or something. Not quite sure where that tattoo would be for him. This one's interesting. Interesting timing. Kevin Porter Jr., who won't be on the Rockets anymore, gets an update. So he, I guess, gets a hair update. Yeah, gets a hair update. Yeah, I wouldn't have put Kevin Porter Jr. in there, but I don't even think 2K, a lot of them, know what half the players, what team they're even on. But, I mean, that's just me. No offense to anybody, but looks like Rubio may have gotten a hair update where you could switch it. Is that for, I guess when he played for Minnesota, maybe? What about the patch update, Kyle? I'm going through the likeness update right now. And that's what this video is, basically. We're getting down to it. Let's see. Jason Tatum tattoos. I mean, that's great that Tatum got tattoos. His render already looked good, so he didn't really need an update. So it looks like Darius Days will get his face once the roster update drops. Oscar Tshiebwe will get him and Emoni Bates will get it once they're added to the game. They're not even in the game. Luckily for us, it's not like the retro players where they put them on a list and then they basically never add them to the game. The current players will get added on opening night. Then we got Jared Vanderbilt. All he does is get the little hair update. As you can see. Or tattoo update, I'm sorry, because he's got the tattoo on his shoulder. I read that wrong. I was reading the player above him. And that's it. I mean, not really that great of a player likeness update. If you're being honest, there's a lot of guys that could have used it. Namely, obviously, Anthony Edwards. I think we're going to be stuck with this terrible Anthony Edwards until he eventually agrees to have his face scanned. Remember, it is up to the player for the current rosters to come in and get their face scanned. If they don't want to do that, then 2K does have the option of an artist render, but at this point, I wouldn't count on it. That's just me, but it is what it is. Real quick, I also want to show that the draft class import-export does work. Let's go to... What's up, Carrie? Let's go to just the 2024 draft. So now if we download them, you can see the real players in here. Ron Holland and Buzelis, those guys. So they did fix that. I'll go through the uniforms or courts in just a second. Just looking just to make sure I didn't miss anything. They did do it where basically like certain players that have the age, what do you call it? Basically where they progress in age as you go through the MyNBA. Those actually are supposed to work now. All rookie teams did get fixed in MyNBA, so all 10 players will show up. And it looks like that's pretty much it. Because like the player DNA thing was like a main thing. I don't really know what they're talking about with the variety of the MyNBA, the available staff. What's up, Tail Dog? We'll look and see. Do they update anything staff wise? I doubt it. Like there's nothing that's different. Like variety of staff. Maybe it was something, a bug where the same type staff members were being utilized. I don't know. So head coaches and coaching staffs. Okay, that's my team. I don't play my team, so just looking through just to make sure I didn't miss anything as far as roster stuff goes overall. Let's look at the era roster for 91-92. Actually, it'd be easier to go to the Play Now screen and do it. So let's do eras quick play. That way I can look at the jerseys. Edit uniform. What's up, Johnny? So it says that they fixed the color on the 92 Philadelphia 76ers uniform has been adjusted to better reflect the official reference. So they must have changed the red color just a little bit, touched up the red and the blue to match the coloring just a little bit better. Let's see. I think that looks like all the uniforms, because they took off like the logo and the arenas for different ones. I'm not going to go into every arena. Let's see, did they fix, that's what I wanted to look at. Did they fix the dunk package that you could add to players? All right, it looks like, yeah, it looks like you can get the basics and all that stuff. You can get all those now. So they fixed that. So for retro creator, roster creators, you can go in and fix the dunk packages for players. Did they fix the free throw? Looks like the free throws are matching up, unless I'm missing something. Maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Looks like you can't get the generic free throws for them. Like you can get, yeah, you can't get generic free throws, so those still have to be fixed. So I have to put a ticket in for those. Let's see. Regular courts. Let's see. Oops. I don't know why I'm going into the roster. I'm so used to roster stuff going in. Play now. Quick play. So, do they even have The city jerseys. They don't even have the city jerseys. Yeah, I know, Tail Dog. I've mentioned it multiple times in my feedback notes. It's still not fixed. Who knows at this point? They don't even have the city court for the Sixers yet in the game. So, like, the jerseys or anything. So, I don't know if that's coming in today's roster update and it just hasn't dropped. 2K doesn't coordinate anything. Of course, they have a patch the day after a holiday, so nobody worked yesterday. So there was no chance for the roster team to put together an update to match it today. So, whatever. Let's see I didn't miss that, right? So, okay, they did. They don't have statement jersey for alternate jersey. I don't really know what they consider an alternate like court for the Celtics and where that would actually trigger. I would guess that we have to have the roster update because it's going to have to match some of the jerseys here, so I'm not even going to bother until the roster update comes out. If I get a chance to look at the roster update once it comes out, I'll drop another video if I find that stuff changed. All in all, like, it's an okay update. Like, I'm glad we got the Kevin Love. Like, Kwame Brown being updated is good. Gary Payton looked good, but like DeMar Johnson getting the afro, but then it's like you took away the cornrows, so like doesn't make sense. Like, we didn't need an update for Brian Russell. We didn't there's a lot of guys that necessarily in this one it's very thin update. I think it was more of a gameplay, let's fix all the errors and the bugs stuff. So yeah, no roster update yet. Roster update usually comes at about 9:15 to 9:45 Eastern. So if that comes out today and drops, then I'll get another video out showing like Darius Days and stuff like that, but it won't be a long one. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really understand as far as the likeness stuff, why Jason Kidd was even put in there. Look, Marcus Aldridge, stuff like that, added in. Who knows at this point? That's it for me. I'll be back with another video if they come out with the roster update and it's worth posting a video for. If it's just one player in Darius Days, all I'm going to do is upload it to my Twitter and show the screenshot because I'm not going to waste time doing a 2-minute video on one player. I'm going to doubt they have the courts until the city jerseys are in. But if somehow the city jerseys do get added in, I will have a video out for sure showing that. So if you like this content, please hit the like button really quick. It takes 2 seconds. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Got to fix my camera. What I have it sitting on right now, it's too high up. And so I got to figure out how I can manipulate it to drop down to get me more in view. So that's why I'm off in this video. I just didn't want to waste time trying to mess with it and fix the monitor height and do all that stuff this morning. So because I had been going without it because for some reason it wouldn't sync to my PlayStation for a while. Then I finally got it working, and now here we are with that. Even though I focused it on my face, it still decided to go up in the air again. So who knows? But anyway, please like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back soon, hopefully with another video. If I don't have one today, I'll definitely have another video out tomorrow of some sort. So everybody take care. Thanks for tuning in.